Hello ladies and gentlemen, worms and aliens of all kinds. I wish I had the camera on a minute ago because it was hilarious. Gemma was sat on the end of the bed tidying up some washing to go into the washing machine, and she fell off the bed. It was quite comical. Unfortunately I didn't manage to catch it on camera, but she sat there rubbing her arm now like she hurt herself.
Fucking did.
She's still smurfed for now. She's just getting ready with the last few things because she leaves on. We'll get some footage of her leaving and then some footage of me throwing a party. Yippee! No, I wish. I will miss her. We've been together 10 years and we've very rarely spent the night apart from there. Occasionally I'll pop down to Luton to see my best mate. He's not talking to me at the moment. I'd love to talk to him again. He is my best friend. He always will be. But I don't know, he's just going through stuff in his life where he just doesn't want to know me. But we're best friends, that's the thing, is even if you don't speak to them, you still care about them, and you know down the line you'll reconnect hopefully. Gemma's going to be down there for a week, so I'm going to get her to send us some footage from her mobile so we can see what she's getting up to and see her friend. When her and her friend get together, they are very giggly, like little school children, which is fine unless you're trying to sleep. And she does come down here. I tend to lock myself in the bedroom, close the door, turn the TV up and put headphones in, and that tends to drown them out most of the time until 3 o'clock in the morning when they're watching horror films and they go ah, like some scared little teens. Any footage from the horror house will be very interesting, along with the fact that they're probably going to watch quite a few horrors and scream their heads off doing that. If they remember to film themselves, that is. I've got them both on a challenge to see who can freak each other out the most. So if Gemma can freak Meg out, or Meg can freak Gemma out, will be quite interesting. And I will let you guys be the judge of who wins the competition, who gets the coveted Prankster Gold Medal. And as for me, I'll be spending the week at home with the dog. Yippee. He's already jumped all over my head this morning. Yeah, he's got this thing in the morning. If you're not awake and he wants up, he will literally climb up the bed, lick you to death. And if you pull the cover over your head, he will jump on your head and say, look, it's up time. He's, yeah, it's quite a good alarm clock. Unfortunately, it doesn't go off when you want it to. It goes off when he wants it to. And sometimes that's 5 o'clock in the morning and he'll get told where to go. And he won't stop until he gets let out. Hello guys, I thought I'd tell you a bit more about me and Gemma and how we met. I first met Gemma back when she was about 13, 14. And I was working for St John's Ambulance, a horse show. And she was this annoying 13-year-old that would not leave me alone. To the extent I actually closed the ambulance window, locked the doors, and bear in mind this is the middle of summer and it was baking hot, and yeah, so I sort of hid from her because she was just this annoying little brat. Later that day I went and got an ice cream, and her little cousin, who's actually was really cute at the time, started dancing around me. My cousin thinks you're fit, my cousin thinks you're fit. Back then I was a lot skinnier, looked good in ambulance greens. I always did, but yeah, I just shrugged it off because I was not interested in a kid. The year after, I did the same horse show with St John's as well. So I had my personal car up there and she decided to kick a football at my car. So I took the football and pelted it all the way across the field into stinging nails, which I then had to treat. So how we actually got together is I was going out with her best friend. I wasn't happy in the relationship. My best friend was cheating on me all the time. It was just it was just a relationship I was sort of stuck in and didn't want to be in. It made an excuse not to see her. And one day my phone rang and it was Gemma. And the girlfriend I was going out at the time had no credit and asked Gemma to ring and asked me to call her. So instead of calling my girlfriend, I was sat on the phone talking to Gemma. Spoke almost all night. She was 16 at the time. And we got together sort of that night, the day after. Met up the next week and we've sort of been together ever since. She ended up moving in with me when she was 16 due to certain issues in her life. And yeah, we've been together now 10 years. Yeah, and you get less from Moda. And sometimes I think it might be worth murdering her just to get a holiday. But I would miss her. But if you find any couple that doesn't argue and doesn't have bad times, then they're lying. As well as my fiance, because we are actually engaged. She's also my carer. She's had a hard life with certain things, and obviously it's her place if she wants to tell you, not mine. But my hope and dreams is to hopefully kick off YouTube and make enough money to treat her the way she deserves and give her a proper wedding. I can't see that happening any point soon because obviously YouTube takes a long time to kick off, if at all. But I did make my first penny on YouTube today, and I think that's quite impressive. My first penny. Hopefully there's going to be millions of them still to come. So all I ask, guys, is for you to keep on watching these videos, keep on liking them, keep on sharing them. I know the content at the moment is a little bit repetitive, a little bit boring at times, but I will promise you that they will get better. So I'm not a rich person, I make enough to survive. Obviously this month I've had quite a few expenses with the fridge going wrong. I brought this camera obviously, so I can obviously vlog and talk to you. And I mean that sort of drained a fair bit of what I had. So once I get paid again and I'll have the funds to go out a bit more, do a few more challenges, some pranks with some props, things like that. So I mean this channel is going to grow. Even if I stay with the same amount of subs, I'll still do this because there's people out there that have actually inspired me recently to give it a go. I am going to actually mention the names. I wasn't going to, but I think they deserve it because they are quite inspirational people. And the guys that inspired me to do this the most is Stewart and his girlfriend Lizzy Wurst. They are amazing people, and just I love watching their vlogs. They're both just so down to earth. And the way they've really inspired me lately is when they were in LA, and they've got another YouTuber who's a friend, who's Big Nick, and he's obviously got some issues that he has to deal with in his health, and the way Lance treats him just shows that what a caring person he is. He doesn't see that, he sees people as people, not as not the disabilities. And obviously Big Nick himself, he's inspired me. He's inspired me the most because he overcomes everything that's thrown at him with a smile. He doesn't let any of it get him down. He owns his illness. He turns around and will dance around like an idiot because it's him. He does not care, and that's what inspired me. Obviously I'm big, I'm very conscious about my size, and he's given me the inspiration to obviously be able to film, be able to stick it on the internet. And because I know I'm going to get haters, I know eventually there's gonna be enough people who are gonna stick bad comments, hate me, tell me to drop dead, things like that. And I can take that because I know I can take that because I've been inspired by these people and the way that they can take the negative comments thrown at them and turn them into positives. So if you guys see this video, thank you very much for the inspiration. And I urge you guys to go check out their channels as well. I'll stick them in the links down below. They are wonderful people. Okay, Gemma's in bed early today because she's not feeling well. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow her on Twitter and Instagram, and see you on the flip side.